Alright, hey, Niktana here. So, I am redubbing this. I might sound different because I had some time to review, had a few matches, and wanted to give a little bit more, well, no, let's just say what it is. Better commentary. And, I just, got really, when I was playing this alone,
what are we waiting for?
Originally I was trying to wait for a squad, and I've been planning a lot around this playlist, and I almost didn't, but I wanted to because it reminded me of, I waited for Left 4 Dead. I followed that game, and even, when it was in its beta, I never got to play it in its beta. Love the old models to the game. But, I was waiting for that game for so long. I got it, and I had actually waited to play with with people. Offline, mind you. This is before online. I did play it online, and holy shit! Fun times. Love that game. But going into this, now, I was going to wait for a squad, but I got a little emotional playing it because I was like, oh, this brings me back. And I think I went a little too far back in the sense of, it felt a little lonely, but I thought, you know what? If I want footage of this game, I'm going to have to start getting used to just playing it and enjoying it for myself. Just in the off chance that I can't keep pushing people to try and, play it. Because, again, I've just been social in the last few months after doing my first collab with Danny. And I've just started doing collabs and working with other people. So, I gotta remember. I started this channel alone, and I should be able to play games alone. But, I will admit this is a game that's a lot more fun when you have friends. So, when I was playing it, and why I'm redubbing it, is I was silent a lot because I was taking it all in. I was trying to get used to the game. But I was ultimately getting really emotional. And, so yeah. I will be using both the original dub and, this dub. So, hope you enjoy the video, because there's gonna be a lot more of it, and far more entertaining ones than just sitting here with me. So, I guess I'm gonna have to play with people. No, enable it.
Well, sweet cheeks, looks like we're in for one hell of a ride.
Kind of comes back to the days of when I first got on Xbox. So I'm guessing we're waiting for someone else. Just a deck here, I'm guessing, or locking, or wait, starter deck. Okay. So let's start with some positives. This part of the game I am all here for. Now, I like this feature. Yeah, again, going into it, make sure that you are aware that, yes, this is supposed to be the next Left 4 Dead, but it is not Left 4 Dead as we are used to it. I believe with any, advancements to technology, to the overall, engine and other things that you're trying to push to be as more realistic and really take advantage of what can be done with the new technology and advancements in graphics and so on. So oftentimes I feel like that takes away from the original core of what we really the real essence of the previous titles of games. It can be it can be a benefit. I like that when I'm shooting and stuff like that, there's some impact. I will say in Left 4 Dead, it felt a little more loose. Left 4 Dead felt a lot more fast-paced, loose, and arcadey in a lot of ways, which is what I liked about it, actually. Because it felt a little bit more like Gauntlet in that regard, but we'll get into why I compare it in that way later. The pace, there was something throwing me off. A lot of this game was... Yeah, I can sense Left 4 Dead. It screams Left 4 Dead. And I want to look for the Left 4 Dead in it, but I can't put my finger on a lot of the Left 4 Dead stuff. That's, why I'm having this feeling of, okay, I feel it, but where is it? The HUD is one of them. There's a lot of things. The overall, level design. There's some essences of Left 4 Dead for sure. What throws me off the most, I believe, the pace. is a lot stiffer, it's a lot slower, and coming up is probably my biggest pet peeve of this whole fucking game. Wait a minute, there's auto aim. That is gonna throw me off.
I could use that.
I guess I'm full.
Need that. Ammo. Lots of ammo.
Oh, I know that sound. Okay, now, keep in mind, I dislike running zombies. Believe it or not. Left 4 Dead, though, is the exception. As much as I love walking zombies and my dead to be dead and scary and slow, holy shit, the fucking battles in this game are very underwhelming. And I don't know if it's to compromise, like, you have pretty visuals and a lot to add, like, maybe a lot of code to be running, like, with all the items and all the shit. I don't know. I just feel that, like, there's just something really off about this pacing. The only way I could describe the pace, and part of me, if these games trigger you in some way, because I know these franchises are a little, like, iffy, and plus I don't know. There's just something about it that feels very, like, Call of Duty Zombies and Vermintide. Like, just that weird, like, stiffness pace. But it's... it's just the pace of this game, I think, is what really throws me off, where it doesn't feel as Left 4 Dead to me. And again, I think that also is trying to be more realistic and keep up with the times with advancements and all that shit. But that in particular was throwing me off the most. And the underwhelming zombies piss me off. Because I missed the days of, and why I said Gauntlet, I missed the days of the Horde scare. Now, if you play Gauntlet, Legends, or Dark Legacy, or the arcade, or, you know, any Gauntlet for that matter, there's this thing with the hordes that make the game feel like an ambush at all times. But with Gauntlet, it's opening the wrong door and then letting a bunch of shit come at you. This, on the other hand, very underwhelming, because Left 4 Dead, especially fucking Left 4 Dead, when you heard that music go off and you were just in a really bad place and your whole team pacing was really off, even by like a second, and you were just trailing behind a tiny bit, look behind you, boom, horde coming, or something like that. I miss that rush. With this one, it just, yeah, no, it didn't have it. And even the special infected, like this big bitch, it was lacking. And it was almost like they were trying to mush all of their special infected together. I was like, but why is, like, it was like there was the Hunter-Spitter, the Booma, the fucking, the big fisting thing, and it just was like, okay, I don't know if these were early concepts of shit they were gonna put in Left 4 Dead, but everything was spitting at me. So it didn't really have that fear of like, oh shit, one of those special infected, which I guess if you're doing solo and don't want to get like downed instantly by one particular thing, I guess. There was that weird like pustule meat sack thing that ends up acting like a bit of a Claymore Hunter thing, but ultimately it was sad when I thought, oh my god, the most scariest shit in this game is the fucking birds. Like, those were the new witch. It's sad when you're getting a game that's for the fucking zombies, but it's like a fucking Hitchcock movie. Like, it was just fucking, like, a little underwhelming. Sorry, but that part pisses me off a little bit. Like I said, I was trying to get a squad ready for this, but like I said, oddly enough, there was this weird part of me that's like, no, I started, like, not knowing anybody. I've been waiting for this game to come out. So, and what I loved, though, is I did love the inventory system. I liked being able to, like, support and give people more than pills and shit. I did like the whole, like, trading items and healing, in the drop-in of the ammo. Just, there was a lot of shit that I like in the inventory system and the RPG-ish elements. That part I'm wholeheartedly here for. Oh, damn.
You need copper if you want to buy.
Okay, well, in that case.
Another day, another dice with death.
Hey, you're gonna need them.
I do want that, though.
Keeping that for me.
Wait, no. What? Oh, okay. I get it.
What's that? Need that. Molotov here.
Walker! I thought you were trained to use that.
You okay?
Okay.
This don't feel right at all.
Wait a minute.
Oh shit!
I'm out of here!
What the ogre? Alright. Ah, shit. This thing kicks like a fucking mule. So I'm guessing the sweet points are maybe those.
Hey, busy watching my back. Don't need to be watching yours.
Gonna get back into a corner fast. Wait.
They mean this.
Did they kill it? Wait a minute.
What the hell?
Where the fuck is it?
Keep your distance, Pansy. That's it, Dottie.
Sorry. God damn, some of these, like, it's hard to tell who's fucking alive or dead.
Come on, move it!
You did pass basic training. What on God's green earth was that?
AR here.
I could use that.
Alright, fine.
Just here. Toolkit.
Oh, I can just hold it.
I thought they were dying out. Doesn't matter right now. Let's concentrate on getting back
Oh.
to full hope. First aid cabinet.
So, closing. At the healing thing, healing, finished. Alright, so, we'll say this for the closing. I like the game. I want it to stay. I'm here for it.
First aid cabinet.
And again,
If you need
I think it's also, like, a lot of people might stay for it because it's the closest thing we're going to get to Left 4 Dead. It has, like, some other elements of games. Like, the aesthetic kind of reminded me a little bit of, like, if it was the map design, I can get behind that is what feels like Left 4 Dead. The characters and stuff like that feel more like World War Z.
Anyone?
Look there.
Not to say I like the characters, they have like a little more personality and stuff like that. I mean, granted, I still love the original like cast of Left 4 Dead, but these have that survival-ish, like,
First aid cabinet.
it's hard to put my finger on it, like, and again, I think that's like a majority of how I feel in general. But yeah, no, the aesthetic is like, you can tell they're all from like the same sort of like area, all surviving, and like no one really has like
Cool.
a distinct feature like they did in Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 to tell them apart. They're just sort of like, yeah, they're all from the same camp, all wearing like the traditional sort of look, like, you know, zombie survival series wear. They have some personality in like some of their like clothing choices, like the goggles, the headbands, the
No big
hats.
deal. No
So there are
big deal.
some, but ultimately they kind of all have the same aesthetic, in my opinion. I haven't seen the other characters, but for the ones that I've seen,
Bandages here.
Keep your head on a
yeah,
swivel here.
that's another. I wouldn't say it's a horrible issue, but it's just something that I noticed.
Someone doesn't take no for an answer.
Um,
Oh, okay. Let's do
Even that big bitch, like that was another thing. Is like that felt more in the evolved Vermintide thing of like this ogre thing. I don't know. I liked it, but it was rubbing me the wrong way. Like it was just not a tank. And I get it, different game. See, that's another thing I gotta stop doing is comparing. But again, a lot of the rush was taken out, and I get it. But being one hit, I get it. It can be a rush and be like, oh my god, don't get hit by this big thing. But it's not just all about that single hit fear. Like I feel like they can be more
This is my grateful face.
more of a there can be more of a rush than just relying on the fear of just being down.
Reloading here.
Sort of like playing with your food kind of deal, like for the enemy. But yeah, no, I hope you enjoyed this. There's gonna be more videos to come. I really have been working hard on this playlist because I really want to show like squads and teams and really get this series or this part of the playlist popping because I'm really excited. I know some people I really cannot wait to play this with, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Like it's gonna be more entertaining than just sitting here with me. So
Keeping
thank
that
you
for
so
me.
much for watching, and I'll let the original dub
Axe here.
take it from here.
Do I look like a wombat?
LMG here.
Hold still. Hell yeah.
Glad you got my back, man.
Okay.